We're about to dump some minerals in a bucket and find a new spot to put a mineral site. So I usually use this stuff from Tractor Supply. It is the Producer's Pride general purpose livestock mineral, and then I'll top it off a brick. Normally I buy the deer hunting versions, but Tractor Supply was out, so a nice pretty apple horse we'll have to do. So we'll be in the woods in a minute and show y'all what's next. Okay. All right, so we got our spot. This is a spot we had a mineral site at last year. There's this old stump here and another one here. We'll probably put a little bit of minerals on both. We're in this swamp. There's a big beaver slough over here that the deer like to bed against. And the beaver dam's that way about 100 yards. It is a major pinch point funnel for everything to come across. We have a lock on in that tree behind me about 25 yards away. This is a massive persimmon tree right here. There's another one right behind Chase. I mean, I can see, I couldn't even begin to count how many are right here. So that is why we picked this spot. So what I like to do is I'll put a brick on typically on a stump. If you don't have a stump, I've built up piles of branches, bigger logs. Just kind of gives something for the minerals to soak into that the deer can keep licking. And you just take your powder, cover it real good. Like I said, I'm gonna do some more over here. The powder is going to soak into the ground with the rain over time and create a permanent mineral site. And the brick just kind of aids as more of a slow release throughout the year. As it rains and as the deer lick it, it's going to go away. So that is the first mineral site of the day. We're going to do several more in kind of some different spots. So we'll see y'all at the next one. Okay. So, like I mentioned a minute ago, some spots we put them on existing stumps, other spots we kind of make a stump. So this is one brought in this big dead oak limb last year and made a site. I just kind of added another log we just found a second ago. A little bit of different spot here. More oak trees over here. There's a big white oak right behind me. A couple other white oaks around, some shagbark hickories. Not as many persimmon trees right here. So I like to kind of spread minerals out all over the place in different types of habitat to watch where the deer are hanging out bedding, feeding, you know, as they go through the summer. Obviously closer to the ag is where they're going to be when the beans are starting to green up and the corn, so we'll have some spots around there. And then as the persimmons start to ripen and drop, or the white oaks, all your early season trees, that's where I like to put the emphasis on the minerals. That's when they're going to be using them the most, when they're, you know, throwing on antler size in the summer and early fall. So this is spot number 2. We're going to do the same thing. Put a little brick just right on top, season it up real good. It's kind of like a, you know, something you're going to throw in the fryer. You can't overdo it. So that's number 2. Now we're going to put a camera on the tree and on to the next one. So for this one I had one trophy rock. We put out other powder mineral stacked up, some sticks. Kind of put this little pile of sticks right here too, so it's kind of out of place. I did that because there's our camera. We're probably going to use that tree behind it to where we can see out in that food plot over there and shoot it back here. But I put those sticks there where Chase is. Think about it, if a deer's coming and eating on these, it's not going to want to stand on top of those. Trying to manipulate it a little bit where it's going to be, you know, the most comfortable spot to feed on them is going to be broadside to that tree. So just kind of another little small detail that may pay off come October. Yep. Here's our makeshift stump. Again, it's nothing crazy, but I left this one little tag right here, so you know, deer's gonna, it's not gonna stand right on top of it and lick this. It's gonna have to kind of pick a side. I'm gonna put the camera on that tree I just shimmed up. Our weed eaters are dead, or we would knock all this down. So we'll find out real quick if this is gonna, you know, burn up all our battery on the camera, and we'll have to figure that out if it does. But no time for the camera, but there's another one down. Okay, this is our 6th mineral spot of the day. We're now across a highway and probably 2 miles as the crow flies from where we've been the rest of the morning. So it's not like we're just throwing all these minerals, you know, right on top of each other. But we picked this spot because it's a big bend in the creek right here where this beaver dam is. It's really about the only way to access this block of timber. Come in from the other side where there's a road, and those woods are real thin. You just got to punch through the woods, hop across the creek, climb up in any of these trees right here, and then you're hunting a bunch of big woods, all planted CRP oaks mainly. Over there where you can kind of see the light punching through is a planted bean field, and this is kind of a big bend in a creek right here, so the woods are surrounded by water on this whole side. On the back side you can't see, and then the field over there, and there's water to my back. So again, they're going to cross on this beaver dam, and so are we, and then come easing through the woods from that way. And then the hard corner of the bean field where it meets the bayou is just right up there where they tend to stage and get ready to come out and feed in the beans. So should be a good spot. The only thing I'd worry about here is the wind being in the bend of a creek. But on to the next one. So here's our 7th and final mineral site of the day. You can tell where they've been hitting it just from last year's residual minerals. This is in a kind of a funnel in between 2 big blocks of CRP.
Yeah, like persimmon.
There's a lot of white oaks and persimmon trees in here. It kind of holds water in the middle, so the deer kind of pinch down to this side. So we're going to get this last one done up and head south.
Two thumbs up.